Welcome back to another edition of Friday 13th YouTube channel. Today we're talking about a new album by a band called Siege the Power. The album is called This Is Tomorrow, released on Metal Blade Records. It's a recent release and it's a fantastic thrash, death metal, black metal album. So I really need to check this one out, guys. So we're going to talk about the album. Now this band will consist of some quite interesting musicians actually. We've got the singer Chris Reinhardt on vocals from Autopsy, was also once the drummer for Death who played on the Scream Bloody Gore album. Now, Chris would also be featured playing in a band called Violent Wound, Abscess, and Painted Doll. Also, Paul Barnes would be on guitar. He was also a member of Asphyx and also Exhale the Bullets and Thantos, another thrash metal band from Holland. The band would also feature Theo van Eekelen on bass, also Exhale the Bullets, ex Whorehouse, and also drummer Bob Banchus on drums, ex Asphyx, Soulburn. Now, Siege the Power would release an album in 2018 called Warning Blast. Now, this album was recorded back in Thantos Studios and mixed and mastered by Edwin Herson. This was done in Holland. And the overall production is raw, heavy, brutal. And if you like death metal, thrash metal, and black metal all rolled into one, this is a fantastic album for you to check out. And if you read the band's debut album, you'll see just how good a band they are. Now, this album will contain 11 songs released on Metal Blade Records, and the song titles for this album is called Force Fed Fear. We have Sinister Christians, Scavengers, Zero Containment. We have Ghost of Humanity, As the World Crumbles, Oblivion, Deeper Wounds, The Devil's Grasp, No Salvation, and the title track This Is Tomorrow. Now, the opening track Force Fed Fear is a really brutal song. It's got that black metal vibe to it and also death metal and a little bit of punk and hardcore, which all runs very well, and it really blends in well with this song. So you get the vibe of these styles of music, and Chris's vocals are brutal, so it really makes this song a really good opening track. Now I like the chorus for this song, Force Fed Fear. Some really good vocals here, some really good heavy chuggy riffing. It's pretty much paced in the chorus, but as soon as the verses come in, it goes back to brutality. Like I say, the black metal, the death metal, and the hardcore crossover. So all in all, it's a really good opening track. Now the second track, Sinister Christians, this kind of reminds me a little bit of Asphyx, also a bit of Bolt Thrower. So if you like that vibe and the brutality, then this is a really good song for you. It's catchy, it's really, really well put together, and it's brutal, but it's not as heavy and as fast as the debut song. But for a second song on the album, it's a really good song. Like I say, if you're a fan of Bolt Thrower and also Asphyx, you're really going to like this one. Now the third song, The Scavengers, this kind of reminds me of Asphyx and also a bit of Venom or Venom Inc., which way there you want to put it. So it's got that British vibe to it and it's also got that Dutch vibe. So between the two, it's a really well thought out song. Really catchy, mid-tempo, not as heavy as the first two songs, but it's got that Tony Dolan or Cronus vibe to it, and also the vocals from Asphyx. Now the next song, Zero Containment, this is more of a black metal song with a death metal vibe. It's really catchy. It's got some brutal vocals by Chris, as ever. Now the next song, Ghost of Humanity, this is a really, really good song. It's got that hardcore punk vibe. It's almost got like a British punk vibe, like Discharge, GBH, mixed with the black metal and death metal. So it really does work well for this band. It's like I said, it's called Ghost of Humanity. Good song if you like that style of music. Punk meets thrash meets black metal and death metal. Good song indeed. As the World Crumbles is the next song. This kind of reminds me of a doom metal song, kind of like Saint Vitus meets Venom. It's interesting. It's not a up-tempo song. It's a really slow doom song with that kind of say that Venom Inc. vibe meets doom metal. So if you like the Saint Vitus, early Venom stuff, this is probably going to be for you. Next song's called Oblivion. Like I said again, it's got that really heavy brutal vibe of early like Asphyx, also like bands like Venom, but this song also reminds me of Atrocity, a German death metal band. So it's got a bit of European vibe, as you can tell. It's got European musicians and an American singer. Now the rest of the album is pretty much the same. Like I said, if you're a fan of Asphyx, Venom Inc., and some hardcore punk bands, as well as the black metal bands out there, then this is a really good album for you. It's the second album by this band, and it's called This Is Tomorrow. It's a really good album. Check it out. It's on Metal Blade Records. It's recently just been released. I'm going to give this album 4 out of 5. It's a great mixture of European musicians and also American singer. Check it out, metalheads. If you like your brutal death metal, this is the one for you.